here in Bethlehem. So, since you guys are here, we like to do this little thing called audience participation. Can you guys do that?
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Yeah.
Good. All right. So, let's start at the beginning.
Oh, I got this. All right, here we go. Everybody go, yes. In a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
All right. I'm sorry. Cut it. We can't do it like this. I'm sorry. As much as you know that I would love to start this story like that, there is one story, only one, that is greater than Star Wars. And that is the story of Jesus. So it all starts back in Bethlehem 2,000 years ago with Joseph and Mary. And they were a couple, they were engaged to be married soon. Until one night, something incredible happened. An angel came to see Mary.
Angel. All right, everybody stand
Audience
up.
participation time.
Participation, yes. Let's see the wings. Let's see the halo. Let's see some more wings. Little to the left, little to the right. Yeah, there we go. All right, spin a little bit. Woo!
All right.
Good.
That's enough participation. Okay. So this angel came to Mary and told her that she was going to have a baby. And that baby was going to be the Son of God, and that she was going to name him Jesus. Well, Joseph wasn't too sure about all this. See, they weren't quite married yet. And to reassure Joseph a little bit, the angel came and appeared to Joseph as well.
Angel, he said angel. All right, stand back up. You might as well just stay standing up. All right, let's see the wings. All right, come on, guys. Come on, little ones. Clap them, looking so good. All right, everybody jump, lean, turn. All right, looking good.
Uh-oh, malfunction there. All right.
Gotta look funny.
So the angel came to Joseph as well. And angels are terrifying looking. So the angel had to pronounce himself, and he said, "Don't be afraid."
Don't be afraid.
Gosh, it's my ear. I was a little bit afraid. Okay, so the angel came to Joseph and said, "Don't be afraid. Your soon-to-be wife is going to have a baby, and it's going to be the Son of God." Well, in that time, the Roman Empire had ordered a census. And that meant that everybody across the whole land had to come back to where they were originally from so that they could be counted.
And they were counted 2 by 2, lined up in a row and put in a line.
Babe, that's the wrong Bible story. I think that in this case, they used a donkey.
Huh? Okay. Well, since we're participating, let's see those ears. Little horn, little ears. All right, ee-aw. Ee-aw. Sounding good, y'all. Woo! Sounding good.
All right, so when they rode into Bethlehem on this donkey, the place was packed. I mean, Bethlehem was a little town, kind of like Stoneville or maybe Ruffin or something, you know, some place that I've never heard of because I'm from 2,000 years ago in Bethlehem. I've never heard of that place. So the place was packed. There was no room in the inns. There was no room in the motels. So they had to lay baby Jesus in a manger.
What? That's right, they did. Have you ever been in a barn? Have you ever smelt how stinky animals are? Oh, everybody say ew! Well, they did, and it stunk, and there was animals, so you know what I'm going to do next, right? All right, so I can lead people in song. Let's lead animals in song. Cow section right here. Everybody say moo. All right, this section is my pigs. Everybody say oink, oink, oink. All right, this side is sheep. Bah. All right, when I point, you say moo. Oink, oink.
So, on that night that Jesus was born, they had some special visitors called shepherds.
Oh, I gotta stop you. Every shepherd has a sheep, right? Everybody back. Every time you hear a sheep, you're back. Ready?
Sheep. Sheep.
Back.
Sheep.
Back.
Sheep, sheep, sheep.
Back.
Sheep, sheep, sheep.
Back.
Sheep, sheep, sheep.
Back.
Y'all can thank me for that later. Now it's stuck in your head. All right. So the angel had visited the shepherds also while they were out attending their sheep. And the angel had to tell the shepherds and the sheep not to be afraid, because the shepherds and the sheep were used to each other and not the angels.
Can you guys imagine? Look at my angels, y'all! What? I have participation back there on the right. Oh, let's see them angels. Come on, y'all. Can you imagine what kind of party was in heaven? Woo! Everybody stand up one last time. All right. What a party!
Angels did!
Oh man, what a party. You know, I wasn't able to be there tonight at the inn. I was keeping the inn. But I do have a question to ask David, who was able to be there and who saw and witnessed the whole thing. And that question is, and I'm wanting to ask because I know, but I don't know if you guys know, but what made this baby so important? What made him special that God would send a star down and that people would follow the star, all these random people, and that the animals even, acknowledge that this baby, and that we, 2,000 years, you guys in the future, still hear about him. Why is he special?
That is an excellent question, and I'm so glad that you asked, because there may be some people with us tonight that may be wondering the same thing. See, the very birth of Jesus was a miracle. He was born of a virgin, and he grew up to do tons of miraculous things that only God could do. And tonight, as you travel around Bethlehem a little bit with your tour guides, you're going to hear a little bit more about some of these miracles. See, God was fully God, or Jesus was fully God, and he was fully man. And he's with us tonight, just like when you guys go back in time, he's going to be with you 2,000 years from now. And so on and so forth. He is always going to be there.
So we are going to have our tour guide come up, and she's going to show you around Bethlehem tonight. And we hope you enjoy everything that everyone has put together for you. All right, give God a hand clap of praise. Because Jesus is really born this year.